Welcome to this edition of SAU Weekly, your source for the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University. I'm Luke Vera.
And I'm Cole Negan.
Anyone visiting SAU's Wellness and Recreation Center this week were in for a surprise while entering the building. The handles of the front doors were removed, leading to plenty of confused student athletes and sports fans. Although the handles are now put back, our campus security team did release a statement saying, "At St. Ambrose University, the safety of our students, faculty, and team members is always our top priority. We recently became aware of an incident involving the doors of our Wellness and Recreation Center that posed a potential security risk. As a temporary measure, we have reduced entrance to the facility to the accessible push-button entry doors to the west. We are actively taking steps to secure the entrance for the safety of our users so we can return to the entrance to its original condition."
After many months of renovations, the new Higgins Hall for Innovation and Human-Centered Design has opened its doors to the campus community. This $8 million renovation project is now home to the Institute for Person-Centered Care, the Master of Public Health program, and the School of Social Work. After being located off campus for several years, these programs are excited to be back teaching and learning in the heart of campus.
Being centralized on campus helps with the connection of faculty and staff feeling connected to campus. It also helps the students have a more well-rounded opportunity to be able to access resources that are on campus, like the Accessibility Resource Center and the Student Success Center. It also allows us connection to technology, which is really good for our online students, so that we can create more opportunities for online and in-seat students to have connection in classwork that they would do together.
The official dedication for Higgins Hall is set for Saturday, April 13th.
Last year, SAU's creative arts journal Quercus launched its new website, moving all printed and future issues onto an online catalog. Now, the editors of Quercus are looking to build on their success as they review another round of submissions. SAU Weekly's Andreas Indicati shows us more.
Last year was just kind of building the website from scratch.
It's more than just putting pen to paper.
And people responded pretty well to it. I think that one of the nicest things about having it online is that people can share over social media the pieces that are in it.
Quercus is all about the artist within.
It's a really nice opportunity to bring together people who are current students or former students or faculty and staff, just anyone with an SAU affiliation. We're all creating beautiful things, and it means so much to me to be able to be a part of bringing that together and making sure people have access to all of that every year.
To create something new and preserve a piece of the past, student editor McKenna Verdon agrees.
It has transitioned amazingly because it was on paper. We didn't know who got it, who liked it, who enjoyed it, but now it's online. So in all our past 31 issues are online as well, so it can be examined pretty easily.
This year's submissions are currently under review by Dr. Kingery and the student editors. Contributors will be notified of their submissions in late March.
I think for right now you can get excited about a release event in April when we have a nice reading from our contributors and showcase some of the artwork there. So that's the thing to get excited about.
With SAU Weekly, I'm Andreas Indicati.
Thanks, Andreas. Acceptance emails will be sent out in late March to those who submitted. This year's edition of Quercus is set to release in April.
Failsafe Theater has officially begun this semester following the completion of the newly renovated Studio Theater. The final additions to the theater, including more seating and a projector, were put in last term. During the monthly variety show, students like Ella Schmidt are given the chance to take the stage in a safe and supportive environment.
At first it was really scary, but it was really welcoming. So I started doing it every month, and now I look forward to it every month because it's so welcoming.
The variety show takes place on the first Thursday of every month at 8 p.m. in the Studio Theater. The theater department says whether you prefer to be a performer or an audience member, there is a place for you.
Every year, SAU students have the chance to go on service trips during spring break, and this year is no different. St. Ambrose will offer 3 different trips. The first will be to Honduras, where students will help people in poverty with medical missions and education. The second to Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota, where students will help to build bunk beds and repair homes for the community in need, besides learning about the culture. They'll also travel to Bethlehem Farm in Kansas City for urban gardening and outreach for the homeless.
These experiences are always opportunities for bonding. The trips come back and they feel like a family after spending that whole week together. And also it's so meaningful to not only encounter kind of the brokenness and the systems and the people who are going through so much, but to realize that you can make a difference is just so meaningful for students and life-changing, really, as an experience.
Students within campus ministry will travel during the week of spring break from March 18th to the 22nd.
Marking the final day of Mardi Gras before Ash Wednesday, campus ministry organized a Fat Tuesday event at the Beehive. Fat Tuesday refers to the last night before a day of fasting on Ash Wednesday. They offered free donuts and beads to celebrate Mardi Gras, a time of festivals and feasts that lead to the beginning of Lent. Dozens of students stopped by to enjoy a free treat to pair with their favorite Beehive beverage.
Coming up next, we're unveiling a new segment here on SAU Weekly.
With Busy Bees, we introduce to you St. Ambrose students whose professional work takes them beyond the classroom. We'll be right back.
This week we asked some of the Ambrose students what the ultimate Valentine's Day gift would be. Thanks for watching.
Good night.
Probably spending the evening completely alone with my sweetie. No interruptions, no phone, no dorm room, no nothing.
My boyfriend being spontaneous and taking me away for the weekend or something like that.
Would be getting an apple or a treat for one of your favorite teachers here at St. Ambrose.
24 roses delivered one by one throughout the day with little cards on it saying I love you or something, I don't know.
As part of our national champion cheerleading team, a double major and double minor, one sophomore at SAU already wears many hats.
SAU Weekly's Nicholas Cepeda introduces us to student photographer Sydney Horstman.
Sophomore Sydney Horstman is quite the busy bee.
I'm double majoring in digital media production and public relations, and I'm double minoring in graphic design and sports management.
Like many college students, she makes some extra cash through a side hustle.
I'm the head photographer for SAU Athletics, the head of social media for the football team, photo editor for The Buzz, and I own a photography business. Primarily right now, I do sports photography, but I do the senior photos and portrait photography on the side.
What initially started as a hobby has now become a business for the SAU cheerleader.
What really started my photography business off was senior photos of April and May of 2023, the end of my freshman year. I had a couple of seniors reach out to me asking if I do senior photos, and then I was like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, I guess I do senior photos. I didn't have a website or anything ready, but I was like, sure, okay, I'll do it. And they ended up turning out crazy, way better than I expected, and it boosted my confidence. And so I said, oh, well, maybe this could actually, make me some money and work out and create a portfolio. So I created a website.
She notes just how much of an impact photography has had on her on a personal level.
Exploring photography, especially at the beginning of my freshman year, it created relationships that I never expected, especially coming in as new freshman in college. I have met so many people and have so many different job opportunities through this campus that I'm so thankful for, and I would have never expected. It's a great place to start, especially in art and then also sports. And you can also do it as a job.
For SAU Weekly, I'm Nicholas Cepeda.
Thanks, Nick. Coming up next in sports, we celebrated Valentine's Day with a double dose of SAU basketball. And our softball team opens their season with tournament play in the Ambrose Dome.
And we bring you season previews of men's lacrosse and esports.
Join SAU Weekly's Jacob Moisa as he takes you inside SAU Athletics. Stay tuned.
Tune in to KALA and hear something different. Programming that celebrates the diversity of our listeners. We're advocates for the arts, showcasing your favorite music from around the world. We're storytellers, producing award-winning news and educational podcasts. We're dedicated sports fans bringing you the latest Fighting Bee action from St. Ambrose University. We're a learning lab mentoring the next generation of broadcasters and content creators. A part of your community for 5 decades. We're KALA Radio, 88.5 FM and 106.1 FM. Turn it on and turn it up.
It was a busy week inside Lee Loman Arena for our Fighting Bees. SAU rang in the Valentine's Day with a basketball doubleheader against the Roosevelt Lakers. The SAU women's basketball team took the court at Lee Loman, facing the Roosevelt Lakers. In the first quarter, Bees trailed by 2 until junior Allie Govert drove the hoop for a layup that tied the game at 17. Later in the corner, junior Kessel Doughty hits the pull-up jumper, but the Bees still down 7. Early in the second quarter, SAU still trying to rally back. Ellie Holliber finds Ellie Doe, who connects from 3. Caitlin Tho is good from the wing for 2 of her 14 points. But it was not enough as the Bees fall to Roosevelt 75-58. Despite the outcome, Exum continues to praise his team as they have shown true chemistry and growth throughout the season.
It shows that everybody is going to give up an opportunity to try to look for a better opportunity. And that may be through themselves, or it may be the next pass or the next pass or the pass after that. The fact that we're there at that moment, again, lets me know that we're going to be able to go on or continue on the right track as a team, and that's what I'm looking for.
The Fighting Bees currently hold the 8th and final spot in the CCAC tournament, with 3 games remaining. Then it was the men's turn against the Lakers. The Bees were off to a hot start with a 3-pointer from Grant Mason to put them up 5-2 early in the first. Then it's Guillermo Navarro to Will Spriggs, who blows past the defender for an easy layup. He led the Bees with 14 points. Later, it's Mason again from downtown, and he'll also draw the foul to make it 4. Mason continues to hit from beyond the arc to make it 21-17 in favor of the Bees. A great night for that SAU TV alum. Bees continue to battle Ignacio de Cunda with the nice behind-the-back pass to Anton Agat to give the Bees a 4-point lead. Things went downhill in the second half with the Bees falling to the Lakers 91-65. The St. Ambrose softball team began the season of high expectations in their Dome tournament last weekend. After winning the first game of the day, the Bees ended their Saturday schedule against Cornerstone University. The Bees were on the scoreboard early as Shai Edrich steals second base and keeps on going after the Golden Eagles can't handle the throw to put herself in scoring position. Alicia Schumacher bunts her way home to put the Bees up by 1-0 in the first inning. The Bees added another score in the second inning with Erin Cronwell laying down a bunt to bring in Maddie Reed and make the score 2-0 after 2. The Bees tacked on another score in the fifth inning. Cornerstone would put up a fight, but the Bees take the victory 3-1. They now sit at a perfect 4-0 in the young season. This year's group is excited to show off their talent.
This year's team, we are very deep in pitching. Probably one of the best pitching staffs in the country, I think we're going to be. So we're going to lead with our pitching, very athletic defensive team. We have a lot more power this year. Some people that have transferred in, some freshmen. So I'd say more pitching, more depth on the roster in general, more power, more speed, all the things we need to win.
Personally, I'm very excited to start our season out. We've worked really hard for the past 6 months, and I'm ready to get it going. As for our team, I think they should say the same. They've worked very hard. We've put our bodies on the line, and we worked really hard to come up to this moment, and now we're all really excited to let that loose and show them what we worked on.
Next up for the Bees will be another Dome tournament tomorrow at 10:45 against Mount Marty.
Box 1v1 GBs.
The St. Ambrose men's lacrosse team is also gearing up for their season. Coming off their first conference title and second national tournaments appearance, the Bees look to follow that up with a more successful season.
You know, I think we all know that we can do it. It's possible. You know, if we stick together as a team and just grind every practice, we're going to be there again, and we're going to hopefully, you know, have 2 rings on our fingers for sure. So,
the Bees will open up their season tomorrow at 2 p.m. against Taylor University at St. Vincent's Athletic Complex. As momentum continues to grow for the SAU esports program, the team now hopes to raise the bar. SAU Weekly's Cooper Alt shows us what we can expect from the Fighting Bees this spring.
The St. Ambrose esports team is off to a running start with games in the first week of the semester, as well as trying to meet new expectations.
Well, the first expectation that's changed compared to last semester is actually getting in the weight room. We did some baseline testing in the weight room, but then also some raw reaction time testing for boot camp this semester.
Players from every team are ready to go, including Call of Duty, who have already posted wins this year.
Right now, feeling pretty good. I think the team's really just been getting everything going, whether that be with scrimmages, just solo practice, really relying on each other, being more transparent with each other more than we were last season going into this, trying to just improve as much as we can.
Hand Panda gets 2 with the cruise missile.
This season, Valorant has challenged themselves by jumping to a higher division of competition.
We have a little kinks to work out now. Definitely with us role swapping, it's not really setting us back to square one from last season when we swapped, but just needs to be worked on, chemistry, team-wise, and swapping players in and out.
League of Legends played well in the fall, finishing second in the Heartland Conference, and now they're motivated to take the next step.
I mean, when it came to our division for Chicago Heartland, I think we did really good. I think the last game was a little bit unfortunate. We still got second regardless, and I'm pretty happy with that. I've heard a lot of positive feedback from a lot of players from a lot of different teams, so frankly, I'm happy with the attitudes going in.
I think this is GG here.
You know, hopefully I'm going to be able to look back between my players now and the end of the semester and see the improvement and see the correlation between how much work we're putting in outside of the game and our results in the game.
With SAU Weekly, I'm Cooper Alt.
Thanks, Cooper. Next up for the Fighting Bees, their League of Legends team will compete tomorrow in their League of Legends conference match. That'll do it for Inside SAU Athletics. I'm Jacob Moiso.
And that's all we have for you on this edition of SAU Weekly. We'll be back next week with the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University.
Remember to check the SAU TV, Facebook, and Instagram pages for our newscasts, top stories, and more. You can also find them on The Hive at sauthebuzz.com.
Before we go, SAU TV's Annie Kroll asked St. Ambrose students what they did for Valentine's Day. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Annie Kroll, and today we're investigating around St. Ambrose campus what everyone did for Valentine's Day. What's your name?
Addison Fromm.
And what did you do for Valentine's Day?
I went to a basketball game, I guess.
Fun. What's your name?
Zach Priami.
And what did you do for Valentine's Day?
I just sat in my room and watched a movie.
What movie?
It was 22 Jump Street.
Okay, awesome. What's your name?
Alex Henson.
And what did you do for Valentine's Day?
Hung out at home and spent time with the family.
Okay. What's your name?
Justin Jansen.
And what did you do for Valentine's Day?
Studying for a test and working on homework.
What's your name?
Grace.
And what did you do for Valentine's Day?
I just hung out with some friends.
Okay, sounds like a lot of people didn't do much for Valentine's Day. What's your guys' names?
I'm Maggie.
I'm Brock.
Are you guys dating?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what did you guys do for Valentine's Day?
Oh, we worked.
We did security together.
Yeah.
That's so cute. I love it. What's your name?
My name's Ellie.
And what did you do for Valentine's Day?
I had a basketball game and then I went on a date.
Where'd you go?
We went to a sushi place.
What's your name?
Anna.
And what did you do for Valentine's Day?
I went out to eat with my friend and her dad.
What's your name?
Savannah.
And what did you do for Valentine's Day?
I went out to dinner with my boyfriend.
Fun. Okay, sadly this year was a bust for Valentine's Day for many SAU students, but hopefully Valentine's Day 2025 is much better.